Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am getting to another one of your sponsored requests. This is one that I'm late on from our friend CB, or Bad Cowboy. Good Goodbye from Hwasa. The reaction is posted separately if you want to see that. But this will be the breakdown where I go into my interpretation of lyrics and anything I want to point out in the video. Apologize for being late on this one, and also I apologize if I sound funny or mute the mic or cough because I'm still sick from Christmas Eve. But yeah, let's head over and check it out. Alright, so we got Hwasa and her man out here on the beach. I like how she's delivering that line where it's like the way you lived and breathed for me, but it like she's literally delivering it in such a breathy way. I'll stop it after the chorus. The chorus is my favorite part with the instrumentation. That scene right there where they're like using the scissors, it's almost like cutting the thread of fate that ties them together. Okay. Excuse me. So verse 1 was walk over me, walk away, it's fine, don't look back my way. So it's like, it's almost like they've had like this knockdown, drag out fight, and like, you know, she's beaten and he's like stepping over the corpse of the relationship. But as we're gonna find out, it's not actually a fight like that. But that's the image that comes through my head, is like, okay, step over me. When she's saying walk over me, walk away, it's fine, don't look back, like, don't worry about me, like, I know that this is about you. Because the next line, this pain I feel, like, yes, I'm hurt, this sucks, but your pain is worse than mine. For whatever reason, she's acknowledging that this person's pain runs deeper than her own. And so she says, so now I'll try to understand you. That's why she's not going to fight back. She's not going to make this worse for the person. She's going to try and accept that he needs to leave. The way you lived and breathed for me, let go. So encouraging him to, again, not look back her way. You know, like, I know maybe I made mistakes and I hurt you. So, you know, let that part of us go and move on with life. And then this last line, I'll rise above for you and just kill my ego. Because instinctually inside, unless we truly fucked up, you know, unless we really were the ones who were completely wrong, it's in our nature to want to defend ourselves. Like, no, this isn't all my fault. You did this, right? Like, you did this, so I did this, or I did this, and then, yeah, that was wrong, but you were equally wrong when you did this. Just different things. We want to defend ourselves. We want to not be the villain in these relationships, generally. Like 90% of the people in the world will have that instinct. Now, whether they overcome it or not, different story. But she's essentially doing that right here. She's saying, like, I'm going to rise above that. I want to do that, but I'm going to kill that part of me and just let you go. That's how we get to this good goodbye, as opposed to a toxic or a painful goodbye. This is a amicable at least parting, even if it's not like a sweet parting. It's on decent terms. And then the chorus, turn your back and walk away. You got it. You got it. Goodbye will hurt us. This is the chorus. Goodbye will hurt us, but we'll keep it beautiful. So this is that good goodbye, as opposed to fighting. Smile even brighter, so I'll drown in my own regret. So she wants him to be even happier. And she also acknowledges that if he is happier and he smiles brighter and has this more joy, she's going to feel worse about how this ended. But it's also, it's almost like therapeutic. Like if we have this good breakup, essentially, it's better than bringing you down or bringing us both down with the fighting. And then it's just goodbye, saying bye a lot in the post-chorus, and then drowning in regret, goodbye. Video-wise, when they packed up the suitcases, when she was in her bridal gown, I don't know if that was supposed to symbolize them like getting married, or if that was supposed to be like the dissolution of the marriage, because he like starts throwing her stuff, but she keeps bringing it to him. I don't know. Sorry about that. Here you see them bonding, but you see like her knees are beat up and bruised. It's almost like maybe she has been on her knees like begging, maybe, or I don't know, I wouldn't say fighting because we're deliberately avoiding that here, but and then you're also gonna see her hand, like the outside is scraped up as well. Well, like I said, they're bonding here because she's painting his nails. This is almost like, he's mad at her and she's like, yeah, you're right. But is it that she's being beaten down into submission? Or is this genuine, like, genuflection? Like, yeah, like, you're totally right. I'm really sorry. See, that spot right there where he still tenderly, like, fixes her hair tells me, or at least to me, it shows that he's fighting about something he cares about, as opposed to just yelling at her. And see, she immediately runs back to him. So, like, in that scene, I don't think he's like I said, beating her into submission with it. I think he's genuinely upset about something that she has said or done, and she is acknowledging and apologizing, and then they're like making up right there. So this shot right here where it's starting to rain is, we talk about rain in two different ways here in these videos. One is like that life-giving, refreshing type of rain, and one is like the deep, sorrowful type of rain. This one seems kind of in between. Like, you're gonna see, they're relaxing on the beach, and the rain is a disruption here. But you're going to see them trying to make the best of it. Like, in one of the scenes a little bit later, he's going to be holding a book over her head while, like, to theoretically keep her as dry as possible while he's getting soaked. And so it's like them making the most of a tough time. But at the end of the day, it's still raining, and it's still negatively impacting their time. See, like, they're having a great time here. In this shot right here, I thought he looked like a turkey. Like how turkeys will just stare up into the sky when it rains. They'll drown themselves, which was appropriate because the line here is, so I'll drown in my own regret. So now they're not having fun anymore in the rain. Like it was cool at first. Like it was a thing that happened, an experience. And honestly, you could even think of that in some weird way as like an argument. You know, like the very first time a couple has an argument, especially if they didn't argue ever, like for a while, it's like, hey, this was our first argument. I still remember back when I was married, or getting married, many years ago, and obviously I'm no longer married. But back then, we had been together for a long time and had never argued. And then finally, after like, I don't know, 6 months, we had our first argument. You know what the argument was? It was stupid. It's about socks. It's about flipping socks, man. But when we were done arguing about it, we realized, like, hey, that was our first argument. We made it through just fine. And so, in a weird way, that rain could also be a visual metaphor of that, because you notice, like, they were fine with it at first. But then, like, the new factor wore off pretty quick, and now they're not having such a great time. But then, again, that scene is going to come up, and it's going to look like they're trying to make the best of it. I don't necessarily think that is a metaphor for argument. I'm just saying, like, it could be. But I think it's actually more appropriate that it's just unexpected situations that could either be good or bad, and they, again, try to make the best of it. So verse 2 was, a song made thinking about you, at last you'll feel it shining through. I think that's talking about her love or her feelings. Like, yeah, maybe I didn't show it well enough when we were together, but this song I hope will help you know how I felt. Their tears are welling up, still finding light in you. We're a quiet fade of two. Oh, sorry, we're in a quiet fade of two. And then pre-chorus, instead of a thank you, it's a good goodbye. So in Western relationships, we don't tend to do this very often. Where, you know, we thank someone, even when we're breaking up, we thank them for spending their time and their lives with us to that point. We don't tend to do that here in the West. It's not unheard of, but it's not common. But, and I don't know how common it is in, you know, Korean, Japanese, you know, the Asian cultures. But I do know, at least in drama and media, we see it a lot. Whether it's an actual aspect of life, someone who actually is Korean or Japanese, Chinese, whatever, y'all are going to have to let me know. But yeah, we see these scenes where, you know, the person or the couple will be like, you know, we're going our separate ways, but thank you for, you know, this time of my life, this season in my life. So instead of that, it's just we're giving this pleasant goodbye, as opposed to, again, the fighting or the toxicity. We get the chorus again, the post-chorus, and now we're going to get the bridge. So you see, she's all alone in the darkness here. Don't worry, it's okay. 난 내 곁에 있을게. I'll be on my side instead of you. There you see, he's hurting, even as he's alone. The bridge, done beautifully, by the way. Even as the whole world is looking down on me, even if there's no one on my side next to me, don't worry, it's okay. So, like, don't be afraid to leave just because you think I'm gonna be alone. Like, if you need to go, then you need to go. I'll stay right here with me. I'll be on my side instead of you. Like, I will still support myself. I'll take care of myself. And that's another way of having a good goodbye, is like, if you're on relatively good terms, but for whatever reason you're just not working out and you don't want the other person to suffer, then it's hard to let them go, even if you feel like it's best for you, because that person, again, you care about them. You don't want them to suffer in that scenario. And so she's essentially saying, like, I'll be there for me. Like, you don't have to worry. And then we get the chorus and the outro. But the chorus changes this time. It's going to say, goodbye will hurt me, but I'll let the teardrops fall. So, like, I'm going to embrace that. It's going to hurt. But even if I break in regret, I've loved us after all. So even though I'm acknowledging that I'm, gonna regret how this ends, like, I did love us, even though I caused the pain that you're experiencing. And then at the very end, after all the buys, there's no more regret. Goodbye. And so she's come to terms with the end of the relationship. These shots right here are like that push and pull. So like they had their wedding and they're thinking about things, and so she's walking away, he pulls her back, he's walking away, she pulls him back, and then like them essentially like showing respect to each other, then saying goodbye. That was the scene I was talking about with holding the book over her. Imagine having Hwasa just dance on you like that. Now she's alone in the truck after dropping him off at the bus. Or maybe that was her coming back for him. I'm not really sure. Let me know what you guys thought. I'm curious. And also, not just let me know as far as that scene, but let me know what you thought about this song from her. Is this one that you really enjoyed, or is it one that, is kind of a swing and a miss? What do you think? I said this in my reaction video, but for me, I enjoyed the song. I enjoyed parts of it, like her soft, vulnerable vocals and the 80s nostalgic synth vibe of the chorus, and the overall message. Or rather the topic material, but the song itself, I wouldn't skip it, but I wouldn't go looking for it. So let me know what you guys thought. Alright guys, that was Hwasa with Goodbye. And yeah, shout out to CB. Thanks again for the request, my friend. If you guys want to get requests done here on the channel, there's two ways to do it. You can either subscribe to the Patreon. Shout out to our subscribers over there. Thank you guys for all your support. The paid subs there get access to things that we can't put here on the channel, and also they get those guaranteed requests. The other way to do a request is there's a link to PayPal in the description below. Feel free to check that out. There's instructions there how to use it as well. And then if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell to enable your notifications, and I will catch you for the next video. Take care, everybody.